All right, good afternoon again, everyone. Thank you so much for your flexibility. We were really hoping that we would have the opportunity to do this outside. Unfortunately, the rain is starting, it's getting a little windy, so we will be moving inside. So thank you. But welcome to the Chestnut Hill College groundbreaking ceremony for our new Sugarloaf entrance and trail. My name is Erin Woolley, and for those of you I have not met, I'm the Vice President for Institutional Advancement. And we are thrilled to have you join us today for this momentous occasion at the college. As many of you know, it was Sister Carol's vision to purchase the Sugarloaf property long before the estate was for sale. In 2003, the college announced it would be welcoming men as students in our traditional undergraduate program. To accommodate the projected growth in student enrollment, the college needed to expand its physical footprint. In 2006, with the acquisition of the Sugarloaf estate, Chestnut Hill became the college on two hills, or as many know it, 75 acres of awesome. That defining milestone laid the foundation for this historic moment. Historic moments don't happen by accident, though. They are created by leaders and visionaries like Sister Carol. Her business acumen, entrepreneurial spirit, and unwavering commitment to the future of the college helped make this moment possible. But so did her relationships. Sister Carol was surrounded by a community that shared her vision and worked tirelessly alongside her to ensure that challenges were overcome, opportunities were created, and the necessary funding was secured, a tremendous feat for a small institution. Each of you here today is part of the community that helped bring Sister Carol's vision to fruition. We are deeply humbled and profoundly grateful for the blessing you have been on this journey. So without further ado, please join me in welcoming the woman at the forefront of the new Sugarloaf entrance project, our beloved president, Sister Carol Jean Vale.
Thank you. Thank you all for coming today. I'm sorry about the rain. I don't know what happened to the prayers, but I see a little peak of snow here, sun here. I slipped because when we dedicated Martino Hall on March 19th, it snowed to beat the band. So we did the groundbreaking in snow. Now I love snow. I absolutely love snow. So I saw it as a blessing and an omen. So I see the rain today, which hasn't quite taken the form of snow yet, to be a blessing and an omen as well on what we are about to launch. Words can't express how I feel about what we're doing today, but I'll do my best to convey it. Sugarloaf is a special place. It was a dream, a possibility, the promise of a great future for Chestnut Hill College. And today we take a giant leap toward a fuller realization of the original dream. Years before we purchased Sugarloaf, I saw it as a must-have opportunity for the future of Chestnut Hill College. Like Emily Dickinson, I dwell in possibility. When driving by, some of my colleagues will remember hearing me say, "We're going to buy that property." It is the only space where we can logically expand. I didn't think taking over White Marsh Country Club was a possibility, or the Arboretum, or the neighbors' homes. My intuition told me that exciting possibilities were in store if we could add these 32 gorgeous acres to our campus. After a few years of planning and extensive renovation to the buildings, the Sugarloaf campus was ready to host its first guest. By 2010, Sugarloaf had assumed its new life, hosting meetings, receptions, weddings, special events, and providing classrooms and living for students. I feel a tremendous sense of excitement as we enter a new phase in Sugarloaf's evolution. Today, we take this next step toward the fulfillment of the vision that was ours when we purchased the property. Originally the home to two beautiful estates, the entrances and exits were not designed to serve a large number of vehicles. Anyone who has been here even once knows getting on and off this campus can be a white-knuckle event. So a gracious, welcoming entrance is critical as we seek to expand the opportunities available at Sugarloaf. The proposed changes will also make this area safer for pedestrians and cyclists. offering a trail as an alternative to risking one's life on Germantown Avenue. ADA signalized crosswalks, a bus shelter, additional turning lanes, synchronized traffic signals will ease the flow of traffic and make this intersection safer for our community. This new entrance is more than a physical entrance to the Sugarloaf campus. It is a gracious gateway to all that Sugarloaf will provide in terms of innovative and visionary collaborative partnerships and programming. In keeping with the mission of Chestnut Hill College, we will introduce 3 life-changing new programs: the Wellness Collaborative, the Chestnut Hill College Institute for Montessori Education, CHIME, and a neurodiversity program. And you can see the posters over here that list our promises for our future. These are exciting initiatives that meet the needs of our times and create new opportunities for students and the broader community. I am reminded of my remarks at the Sugarloaf dedication more than 10 years ago. Quote, "Dreams do become reality if we're prepared to work toward them with energy, focus, determination, and enthusiasm." That we have done. Sugarloaf is not only part of Chestnut Hill College, it provides the physical space for us to work together as a united community to tackle some of the most significant changes facing our society. At the 2010 dedication, I remarked, "We have climbed a mountain, and the view from the top is breathtaking." Today, we begin to make it easier to climb the steep hill on which these buildings are perched. Thank you.
Thank you, Sister Carol. And now we would like to introduce our first guest speaker, Representative Chris Rabb, whose support of Chestnut Hill College has helped the college secure more than $1.6 million from the Pennsylvania Department of Economic and Community Development. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. My name is Chris Rabb, AKA Rep Rabb. And I'm really here more to brag than anything else because I get to claim Sugarloaf in my district. I am so honored to be here and to do what I can to make your vision come true. I'm here because Sister Carol wanted me to be here, and I'm not comfortable telling her no. It hasn't happened yet. But one of the reasons I like saying yes to Sister Carol is I respect her visionary leadership. I'm not alone, am I? No, okay, I didn't. Okay, I just wanted to make sure, feel sense of the room. Sugarloaf is a symbol. It's not just land. It's a symbol of beauty, of collaboration, of promise. And I have such high expectations for all the things that will happen here. And when I first got elected and I took office, I had one of my first community events in that room. And as we were preparing, a deer walked up and just looked in and just make sure everything was okay. That was the omen for me 4 years ago. And I said, this is going to be a good omen. And it was a space that brought together people from all kinds of backgrounds, some of whom had spent decades on death row for crimes they did not commit. It was a space that people did not know existed until we invited them. And they were welcomed. And we built relationships right here. Right here. So I am thrilled to be just a small part of this success. I didn't personally cut a check, just so you know, I'm not wealthy myself. I facilitated as a public servant on the state level. So please don't call me for money. personally. But in my role as a state lawmaker, along with my colleague, State Senator Art Haywood, this was facilitated. But it wouldn't have happened if it weren't for that visionary leadership I spoke of. And I just want us all to give another round of applause to Sister Carol for bringing us to this moment. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Representative. And yes, your support has been wonderful, and that of Art Haywood. We are grateful to you both. And now I would like to introduce an alumna and our chair of the Board of Directors for Chestnut Hill College, Kathy Lockyer Moulton.
Hello. It is with a grateful heart that I see all of you today, and I'm so glad that you could all be here. I have a little notepad at my office with inspirational quotes for each day. And it was actually given to me by a good friend who happens to be a professional fundraiser. So when I learned that I would be speaking with you today, it was only appropriate that I pulled out that pad to begin writing some notes down before getting to the business of writing the actual words. And at the bottom of that first page was a quote from Confucius that said, "It does not matter how slowly you go, as long as you do not stop." Now, the members of our Finance and Enrollment Management Committee might disagree with that sentiment, but we are here today, 15 years after celebrating the acquisition of Chestnut Hill College, the acquisition of Sugarloaf, to break ground on a new entrance that will improve traffic not just for those in the Chestnut Hill College community, but for all those who travel on Germantown Avenue and Bells Mill Road. At the Sugarloaf celebration in 2010, Sister Carol told a little joke about how it is that nuns are able to move mountains. The joke compared the Sisters of St. Joseph with another order, but since I'm neither a member of the Sisters of St. Joseph or the other order, I don't feel that it's really appropriate for me to retell that joke. But I will tell you that the gist of it is that the Sisters of St. Joseph have a way of doing the hard bits quietly, very softly, in the background, working behind the scenes until they're sure that all of the work is done, and then suddenly we have a little celebration. And so here we are, many years later and 2 years into a pandemic. It has been no small feat of planning, engineering, and raising money to get to this point. True to Sister Carol's story of 2010, over $5.5 million were raised quietly, mostly over Zoom, marching forward slowly and yet with momentum until we could begin construction on this new entrance. I'm reminded of the passage in Matthew chapter 7, in which Jesus tells us in his Sermon on the Mount, "The wise man built his house on the rock, and the rain fell, and the floods came, and the winds that blew and beat on that house, but it did not fall, because it had been founded on the rock." The Sisters of St. Joseph built Chestnut Hill College on top of rock, formed of stone, and it stands 100 years later. Here too, we will build from this rock a new road to a new tomorrow, the start of a new day, a path towards a more financially secure future, so that we may educate students who have been searching for a lighted path towards a brighter future. Everyone that is here today, each and every one of you, has been a very instrumental part of our journey so far. You've secured so many gifts for us, and we've been blessed by you. Those who have had the courage to envision a different course, those who had the creativity to craft a new design, those who had the expertise to engineer around unique challenges, those with the skills to write and secure grants, those with shared vision and political influence, those with the enthusiasm and support of this vision with their treasure, Let us remember especially today those who could not be with us, those who encouraged us to be bold and to take risks. As we sink our shovels into this rich earth, we do so in their honor and in yours. Thank you.
Thank you, Kathy. And now I would like to invite Jackie Nunes, Chief Officer for Mission and Ministry, to the podium to lead us in prayer.
As we reflected on the importance of this moment, we thought it was fitting to use excerpts of the prayer from our original dedication of the Sugarloaf campus. In the silence of our hearts or in spoken words, let us give thanks for the gift of this day. Faithful God, through your great grace and faithful love, we stand at an historic crossroads for Chestnut Hill College. Today we gather to celebrate one college situated on two exquisitely beautiful hills in the lovely Wissahickon Valley. In the spirit of the college's founders, the Sisters of St. Joseph, we desire that this new hill called Sugarloaf be a center of learning open to the innovative and the creative, as well as to the traditional and the historic. A hearth of harmony and unity embracing the diverse cultures and peoples of our Mother Earth, and a space of hospitality where everyone is welcomed as a dear neighbor. God of wisdom, be with us as we gather on this hill to teach, to learn, to administer, to serve. May time spent here be a catalyst for lifelong change, growth, and development. Let each person find new and deeper truths emerging from within the mysterious richness of his or her life as intellectual pursuits open minds and hearts to fresh discoveries and new ways of living in our world. Through our interaction with this space and our interaction in this place, may we awaken to the fullness of intellectual and spiritual life to which we are called. Bless this land that it may in turn be a blessing for us, and bless all those who are working to bring this new entrance to fruition. Amen.
Thank you, Jackie, for your beautiful prayer. So I would like to welcome Sister Carol up front, as well as Mike Fitzpatrick, a board member and chair of the Development Committee. We are going to blend two dirts together from both the Sugarloaf campus and the main campus. You would come on up. If so everyone knows this is the dirt. If you could each take a scoop and put it into the main pot. This will symbolize our groundbreaking. Thank you.